So as you can see, this hotel is pretty well run down at the moment. I'm told by the management that they're about to do painting and a big reef-faced organisations coming in to do with the painting and etc. etc. With me today is some people that I've been looking after, and some people, if you come this way, some people I've been here have known for some years, and I just want to introduce you to some of my friends, my very close friends, and in actual fact this could be a very emotional interview today because two of them is two of my adopted sons, if you like. If I can just ask you guys who you are for the camera, nice, and we'll start off with Charles first. Who you are and what you do, Charles.
Well, I'm Charles, wife of Anna, principal of the Holy Family School.
Okay.
I'm Emmanuel Sarr. I'm just managing my life through the help of God and Mr. Jimmy.
I'm Sir M. Gival, adopted son for Jimmy Johnston.
So these guys have come today just to have an interview, and this interview could be rather graphic, if you like, because Emmanuel, and I'm going to go to Emmanuel first. Emmanuel, I met Emmanuel about, not just yet, don't take it off yet, Emmanuel. I met Emmanuel about 8 or 9 years ago, and a young man who was shot in the time of the war. It was 202, and he was shot in the leg, and his leg has been absolutely horrendous. The Sierra Foundation, I started to support Emmanuel, and I started to support Emmanuel some years ago, and the Sierra Foundation last year have been sending you money to help you for dressing, etc. What has that meant to you to receive funding from the Sierra Foundation for life skills?
I'm really very happy and grateful to the Sierra Foundation for what they have done to me through the help of my dad, Mr. Jimmy. I always call him Dad because he have come to my help when I need him most. Since this past year, he has helped me through my medication because I got no job and I cannot move as you people can expect me. I'm on polio in one leg. The only better leg that I got was shot during this war. And still then, I have a saw which they have performed 4 operations. At least Jimmy has helped me to go the 1 operation, which they told me that they are only doing part management because what they need for the operation to be done proper is not here for them because of certain reason given to me, but they have done part management on my leg. I'm moving bit by bit, even though I cannot walk. But I thank God and I thank Mr. Jimmy and the Sierra Foundation because Jimmy made me to know the Sierra Foundation.
What if, Manuel, what if you were to meet the people, the chief executive, Derek, his wife Maggie, Sandra and Sarah, Richard, and Adam. These are guys, and Valerie. What if you were to meet these guys? What would you like to say to them? What would you like to say if you were to meet them face to face?
Well, I will be one of the most happiest time. That will be the most happiest time for me, because to see someone who does not know you by origin sending help to you, sending support to you, that will be a very grateful. I will be very grateful because that will be the first time that I'm going to meet them face to face, and I will ask God that He will be on their own side to continue to bless them because they have already been a blessing to me. I will ask God every day so that He will continue to bless them till the day I met them face to face, and I will be very happy for that moment.
Thank you, Manuel. Manuel, would you mind if we had a look at the wound? Would you mind? Is it okay if we can have a look at that?
Yes. Dr. Jimmy, as you know, I have suffered a lot. with this wound. The doctor told me that it is osteomyelitis, that is sickness of the bone. Now this is the dressing. Mistakenly, I forgot to bring certain things that I have. You can see my bone.
Well, there you see it, my friends back home. You'll see around this part of the leg. This is the surgeon. When I take Emmanuel to the Mercy ship, the consultant told me that this has gone dead, and they would not be able to give a skin graft onto that. What he did say would be that they could take the leg off at this height here and put an artificial leg on. At that time, Emmanuel, 4 years ago, was pretty upset about this, and I had to bring him home. But I'm sure at this time now, as you can see, if you look into it, you see the bone. This bone breaks away and parts of this bone sticks into the leg. And Emmanuel has got to remove these parts of the bone from the leg. This is horrendous, that this young man should suffer for 14 years and nothing has been done for him. So please God, back home, if someone can see this and help this young man financially to be able to have an operation, I don't know where, but I'm sure something has got to be done, because this leg one day will kill him if it's not done, if somebody doesn't come along and help him. I'm an old man, but if I could help you better than I do, I would. But I'm sure there's someone out there who's going to help you, Emmanuel. Please God, and that's our prayer for you today. Emmanuel, please put the dressing back in and bandage it up again.
Excuse me.
Even
okay? You can see a hole inside it.
Where the bullet went in, yeah.
Yeah, you can see, because they performed the bone grafting on it inside.
Yeah.
As you can see.
It is horrendous.
Horrendous. Yes, sir. Even though they told me that it is, even though they told me that this skin is, but I still feel.
Yeah, feel it.
I still feel it. It is not dead, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, but there is still life on it.
Please God, Emmanuel.
Because anything.
And you're a lovely young man. You have great hope, great inspiration to all of us to see how you carry on with this. There you are, folks. You've seen what Emmanuel has gone through. This has only been one person in Sierra Leone. There is thousands of people I meet and see these wounds and injuries that people suffer. Only the other day I was traveling when a car, a Poda crashed into a motorbike. 11 people died in that. There is no thinking about what happens here. It's horrendous at this time, especially the time of Ebola. And you hear what Emmanuel says, what Ebola has done in the country, how hard it has been for him, because not being able to go out, not being able to do anything, he has found it pretty rough, pretty tough. So please God, Emmanuel, when I get back home and the video will be shown, things will begin to happen. I'm going to go on to another son of mine, Sarr, who, I don't know, how old were you whenever I first met you at the King George?
Around 16.
15, 16?
16, yeah.
And now you're what age?
That was around 2004, around that to now.
To now?
Yeah.
So for a long time we've been giving you support, and what has happened to you through the support you've been receiving, especially over the last year or so, when the Sarah Foundation for Life Skills have been sending you money at this time of Ebola. How has that affected you, receiving this money?
Very good, because during the time of the Ebola, very difficult to have money, and almost I've just completed my course, no job. I was just waiting call from my father in England, sir, there's a fund, take the code. Then I take it, go for the money, bring it, then I use it in a proper way so that my life will be better. Had it been that, life would have been worse for me.
Sarr, tell me, you've just finished your university degree, and what was that degree for?
Well, I studied in the area of electronics and telecommunications.
So you want to go on to do a master's, and you want to go to England, what you told me, to do a master's degree. So if it would be possible that someone could get you to England, how would that make you feel? And would you want to come back after having your master's to this country?
I would be glad if I could get someone that will help me to further my education, because it will be the greatest opportunity for me to achieve what I want to achieve. And then, if God permits, after completing my course, I will still come back to my country and then render the services that have been given to me to the outside world, to my fellow countrymen, so that they too will get exactly what I have learned from you people.
Fantastic. Well, there you are, guys. You hear two young men who is really, in a way, young man where I first met him, Sarr. He was down at the King George's living in a derelict house, him and 3 other students. One day he came to me, he was 15, I think about 14 or 15 years old. He came to me and looked for some help to buy food. From that day on, he's been like a son to me. I've looked after him up until then, sent him through university. I'm sure there's many kids like Sarr would like to have the same opportunity here in Sierra Leone. And please, those people who will be coming this year to Sierra Leone in teams, the volunteers, maybe they'll meet up with someone like Sarr or Emmanuel and they can help in some way. I'm going to just turn over now to Mr. Fofana and ask Charles about your hopes for the future of Sierra Leone, for the future of the children where you're teaching up at the Holy Family School. What do you see at this moment in time, and what is your hopes? Because Ebola, to me, has knocked hope out of everyone. What is your hope, Mr. Fofana, for the future?
Well, actually, there is still hope, despite the insurgence of the Ebola. And schools, we are closed for 8 months, but with the intervention of government, schools are going to resume in March. With that, it's a big hope, seeing the kids back to school, because all we know, education is a fountain of any development in any nation. So going back to school, I'm personally happy. I'm happy for the kids because they feel bored, but with the school system, they acquaint themselves back to what they've been doing, so that learning, effective learning will take place, and they'll be more abreast and then determined to pursue more.
Yeah, wonderful. These mobile phones, they're pretty good. Yeah, they seem to go off all over the place here in Sierra Leone. However, I should have said switch your mobile phone off, but Emmanuel's got to switch his off. Yeah, thanks Mr. Fofana for that. We'll talk about the bakery later on, and as you know, the bakery has been built now by the Sarr Foundation for Life Skills. The roof has been put on. Today is the 25th, and hopefully by the end of next week, please God, that the plastering will be done, and I'm hoping to get some guy in to build the clay oven, which will be the week after. So everything is looking good up there. The water's in and up to the tank, so we thank God for that. The Sarr Foundation has done tremendous work for the time they have started here. Would you guys say that?
Yes.
And what would you like to really say to the Sarr Foundation?
As for me, I always remain to pray God for them, for God to bless them, keep in touch with them, their family, and support them, and also God help them to give them more funding so that they will still continue to help our poor country.
And please God, many people will come through the Sarr Foundation. Yeah. This is what we want to do.
Yeah.
Bring more people and meet people like you. Yeah. So again, guys, thanks very, very much for this. I really do appreciate it, you coming along, giving up your time today. Emmanuel, please God, we'll be able to get something done for your leg. That there's somebody out there who's going to help you. We just, you know, God is good all the time, isn't He?
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's do it. Let's, we can sort of, oh, by the way, this is David. David, you can turn the camera on yourself and let us have a look at yourself. Huh?
Pause.